Hey, welcome back. This is Sound Signals. I'm your host, Summer, where we help everyday people become their own bank. And the key to all of this is to pass the knowledge along. Okay, so let's dive right into it. And first up, we have gold. All right, remember the goal is to 3K, but look what happened. Like we said, past performance doesn't equal future profits, really. Okay, so what we have here is, remember we said we were looking for this breakout here, okay? For this retest, say I miss you, and we did get this pop, okay, but it fell back really quickly. I mean, this was news related here. Actually, all of this is news related, but we'll go. I'll dive deeper into that really quick, and shortly. So I'll show you. Okay, we broke out. It was holding it really well. That's what we wanted to see. We seen that push up. A few moments later, it came back down. So when that happened, I'll show you. See? I'll show you on the 1 hour because that's the. So this is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see price hold, and it was. It was bouncing off nicely. Boom, we got that pop that we wanted, but it couldn't break it. It couldn't break this level here. Let me zoom out and show you. It couldn't break this level. Remember, we were saying, people were saying, oh, it's a double top. And I'm like, I disagree. But guess what? Triple top. All right. You can even say right here, this is simply a double top here. But I'll show you on the daily where it's much more clear in all the candles. You can see clearly it's a triple top here, right? 1, 2, 3. Price hit, I mean, this area to the T. Look at that. Okay. So price is a triple top. And then we did say if this breaks 1800, I mean, it's going down, and we would have held this trade for nothing. Let me show you. Okay, because we were in the green here, right? We were even in the green till up to here. See? Like I said, that triple top there. All right. Now look at it. It came back to the same area, right? I think now it's trying to hold it, and I'll dive deeper into that as well in a minute. So this trade is out, right? So let's delete that. This trade is off because it hit our stop loss. Okay, it hit our stop loss up here. Really, it was up here, 1791. That's where I had all my stop losses, except for the newer ones over here. Everything else, well, I was already mostly out of these trades, remember? But for these ones here, basically broke even. Basically, we're still in profit, but broke even. I'll show you that too. Okay, so once something is invalidated, just make sure you just clear off your chart. Just make it much cleaner. So we don't need this anymore because it's the pattern. It's invalidated. We had a triple top 1, 2, 3. Okay, it came all the way down, but it completed its journey. Now that it's here, now price is gonna have a. So now we're thinking, okay, now basically we're just waiting for the next game plan. So that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. Okay. Matter of fact, I don't even have this here. I'll show you that in a little bit too. Okay. So now you see we cleaned it up. Price made that triple top here. 1, 2, 3. Fell down. Now, remember our 3 reasons, right? We have why we are bullish. So we have a cup and handle. So we have a cup. And this is our handle here. We have a head and shoulder pattern. Show you a little closer, which is why I'm saying we have to hold this. If we don't hold it, then I'll show you. So our head and shoulder here, right? Okay. So right now it's basically at that shoulder here. So if this breaks, if this level breaks here, you can see a 716, or actually we can really see a 1617. And I'll show you how I got that too. So now that this is invalidated, now that so the only thing still in play is our cup and handle. We still have this. Our cup and handle can be a farther retracement, and I'll show you. And we still have so our retest, basically it's back at our retest area, right? Okay. For retest, I don't like it like that. I don't like to see it come this deep. To me, it's already invalidated. So I'm gonna cross out head and shoulder in the retest, because the head and shoulder, you can kind of see that price wants to go a little bit further. Okay, you have this H pattern here. And when the H pattern happens, normally it wants to come down. Okay, normally. And you can see we're also overextended on this MA here, and that's okay. Honestly, we just wait. So the next game plan is waiting and seeing how this level holds up. There was very good news for the U.S. If you don't, sometimes you have to just look at the news and see like what happened, and or just be aware of certain situations. Like on Fridays, certain news is always put out, like non-farm payroll, beginning of the month, Friday, certain things like that. Okay. So there you go. So now, so now let's show you why. Let's show you on the video. So this doesn't hold here, like we said, it's going to come down lower. And then, so what happens on a cup and handle? Let's see. It can come out, it can be deeper. Okay. Okay. Now you see how do you see how the cup and handle looks now? Something like this, the bottom, and then now it's just gonna basically consolidate. All right. So that's why I say this is how I got to say 1615 basically. Yeah, so somewhere right around here basically. Okay. And that matches up. So 1615, and that matches up with our MA. Remember, we really want to bounce off of that stuff like this. See, came up, bounced off, boom, shot up. Okay, overextended, boom, touch it again, bounce off, shoot up, and that's where we get our 3K target. But for now, like I said, we hold this level, perfect. But then, that means our head and shoulder is still in play. But if we don't, then it's going to come down to that level, 1615, and then possibly, break out for a head. For a cup and handle to be completed. Okay, so that's what we just have on gold right now. Right now, we're waiting for that level to be held, and so I'm going to leave it like this because this is our new game plan. And if this level is held, I will be buying. But if it's not, then I will be selling. So we have both scenarios played out. And there we are. Okay, that's gold. All right, now we have Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin. This one was actually this one was beautiful. This one touched our level to the T twice, which I like too. I don't like when it touches it one time here. So I think the last video we were still, I think we were still up here, around here. Finally came down, got my alert. Cool. I normally don't get on the first one, normally, because it could still come down lower. Okay. But once I seen that price came down, touched our level that we like, came back up, oh, and then it came back down and made this bullish engulf. Oh, I was in. You know, you didn't have to tell me anything. It hit my level to the T again. It bounced off it like we want. Like, look at that. It bounced off beautiful. Okay. And not only that, did it bounce off. I think you go to the 1 hour. Yeah, you can just see it was just, yeah, see, no. It basically was just bouncing off beautifully. And then, so I got in, so I'm in here. Okay, I'm in here. And I'm also in right now, somewhere right here. And I'll show you why. Okay, so this is a classic, beautiful play that you want to see for a bullfight. Okay, so we have that, you know, the pole. We're consolidating. We hit that area that we like, that 38.2. Even lower would be perfect, but it's okay. So we're consolidating. We broke out. Okay, we broke out. We retested here. So let me show you. Let me get a little closer. We broke out, retest to the T. I mean, that was even to the T. Okay, so now we're just looking for the continuation. And the continuation for me is to 45,700. Okay, so that's my my entry points there. So 45,700 is my goal, but let me show you why too. So this is another classic, very classic continuation pattern here. And this one is we have our resistance here. Okay, resistance is same thing with that. Remember that triple top is just we're just hitting the top here. We're hitting our head up in the ceiling. So the resistance, we can't go any higher. Okay. Then we have our support, our floor. I mean, we can't go any lower. But look what it made. See, it made a beautiful pennant. It just broke out now as we recording the gold. So I'm up. But so this is what we want. Okay. So now that it broke out, once again, we'll just look. I'll get in again. So this will be my third entry here, and we're just gonna follow the trend. Okay. Now, if you're conservative, and you know, so this is how you would trade just simply this pattern here, this pennant. So simply you would just get the top here. If you're really conservative, you'll get this bottom here, where the next high and low is, you can see. But if you're not, you know, if you want the true flag pattern, you go here, and then I'll measure your distance. I usually like to go from the bottom, okay? But as long as you're somewhere in the bottom here, then that be your target. For me, it'll be here. So say you want to get in this trade. You already missed it, right? You come back and wait for the retest here. And you have about, you'll be up 4% from there, and that'll be about, if you're on the lowest lot size for you, be about $188. Okay. And that's really that. So right now our goal is, you can see that right there, 4,500 for me. If it's so, what happens is, if this holds, so this is my first target, but if this holds here, it gets here, comes back down, and this year holds support, then bounce up to the 50K target that's my initial target. If you watch the videos, that's the number one. I said 50K. Okay. But for now, 47. We'll see how price reacts here, and from there we just watch and be patient. Patience pays off. Okay. The gold trade didn't go as planned. I mean, but it's okay. Matter of fact, let me show you, because I didn't make a video yesterday, but all this happened this morning, but most of it was already done and completed with our triple top loads. Okay, so look, here we go. So remember my entry was at 1808. Okay, I got out at like 1812. So basically, yeah, that's why I said I broke out. I broke even. I mean, yes, it was profit, but for me, that's broke even. I was actually asleep when this happened, and it popped all the way up. So yes, I would have definitely taken some out there, especially because I know once it gets to this area, like I said, like for this one, we took some out last time too, because it just hit that resistance area. And so when I would have seen this, I would have definitely took some out, but I was asleep when this happened, and it's okay because I still got out. I guess if you say I woke up on time, or actually, you know what, this was all right here. This falling here was today, so. But this wick down here, I can't see it, that wick here, right there, that happened yesterday, and I think and I wrote it. Yeah, see. So 23 hours ago, almost 1 day ago, yesterday, with mixed news, I basically broke even and left one trade open for a loss, which is my stop loss. So yeah, I basically broke even or took in profit, whatever. For me, I call it broke even. Here, and then I just left one open. I was like, let me see, because it was holding up really strong. See how we got this strong bounce. So that's why I left it open. But unfortunately, it came all the way down, which is okay because I was already, and even this trade here, we were all the way up here. So like I said, we were prepared for everything. And I even said, if this is truly a double top, then the price will come all the way down here, right? You just follow the pattern. Okay. Now that the pattern is complete, now what's next, right? Okay, that's what we're doing. So you can see that. Okay, so now we have Ethereum. Whoo, man, I didn't. Okay, for Ethereum. So we got this double bottom, right? And I did not get in this trade. I simply did not, because it didn't meet my requirements, right? I liked it for it to hit this area. This is how we left it last time. I haven't touched it. Okay. I like for it to hit this area. It didn't. It stayed above the 23.6% here. So it stayed above basically 24.16. You could say yes. You could really say that this was a retest, because look, so this is our high, right? Our last high here. Here. We got this breakout that we wanted. Okay. And what I say we want, normally price comes down here, but so price came right about here, okay, and perhaps a little lower if I, yeah. So if you see where this thing goes across, actually I'll show you even clear. I really want you guys to learn. So I'll at the bottom of this candle here. Oops. So the bottom of this candle here, and I'll show you how far it leads out right there. So technically, I'll make it red so you can see. So technically, yes, this was a retest, but it wasn't a retest that I liked, okay, which is why I stay away from it. But if you were in this, perfect, but it hit the target. And honestly, it's still rising. I almost thought about getting in here, but and I probably should have, because why? Because it did break out and made a higher high. It was holding this really good, but I didn't want to mess with it. But it's okay. See how I didn't mess with this, and Bitcoin presented itself perfectly. That's how you choose, okay? Because yeah, you can be greedy and say, oh, if Ethereum did this, then Bitcoin's gonna do this, or it hit close enough, and let me get in, right? No, what you want to do is choose the most perfect setup. Is this perfect setup? No, that's why I stayed away. This is not a perfect setup here. Okay, yes, it would have worked out, but what if it didn't? What if it's like gold? What if we thought we had a perfect setup, breakout, and it didn't work out? But gold, we knew it wasn't that perfect once I said, once I seen this, remember I said, if it comes down lower than the last one, I'll show you. See how this big old red candle ate this one here? And I said, okay, when you start saying stuff like that, oh, it's trouble, basically. Okay, it's trouble. That's why I knew to close them all out. And I left one just to see what happens, because I'm already good. I don't care what happens to that trade. It's very low lot size. I'm already up from these other ones. So I left that one open just to see, because sometimes gold is a little funny sometimes like that. But that's just from over time and looking at gold and see how it behaves. And yeah, so, but look, we have a perfect setup over here. It hit our area twice, once. And guess what? Not only once, it made a bullish engulf here. So yeah, I could have got in there if I wanted to, if I truly trusted my system, which I do, but there's certain things that have to happen before I could just jump in. Okay, so we have a bullish engulf here. We have a so when there's certain candles names. So like you see how this one's a bullish engulf. There's this one. I just honestly forget every time. But just know when it bounces off like that, when I'll know the name next time, I promise. Okay. But anyways, broke out, retested perfectly like we wanted. I even say retest here, like enter here. Okay. That's exactly what happened. Guess what? Now we're gonna do it again. Okay. We have 24 minutes to this closes. Boom. Get in around somewhere around here, and then write it up. That's it. That's how we trade, and that's how many entries? 1, 2, 3. Versus getting in one here and not really knowing and being at a loss for for no reason. Gold, we're not even touching gold anymore. We're waiting for that game plan. Okay, we have to see what happens. Okay. So that's it for me right now. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. If you want to see more similar content like this, and definitely write down in the comments below, and I'll definitely check it out. Also, thank you for supporting the channel and subscribing to my channel, and I really appreciate it because I really do want to get this content out and help people. So, because they could be missing out on trades like simply like this Bitcoin trade. That's it for me, and I'll see you next time.